sense of they grew up in a completely different time. Like I remember when I talked to my mom about it, she was like, "Yeah, I bought the first house we had for 30,000." I'm like, "First house for 30?" I'm like, "Houses right now for 300K,
right.
and that's like bare minimum almost right now." You're talking about you bought it for 30,000. That's a steal back in the day. She thinks she bought it like 1990, which is what, almost 30 years ago at this point. No, that is 30 years ago. But still, that's basically $1,000 every year, or so whatever the case is that it's going up, whatever it is. But here, we'll get right into it a little bit. So I want to ask you too, what would be your ideal partner or lover? Like if you could just throw a bunch of potions in there and then whip it up and they pop out, what would be your ideal version of what your partner would be? Ladies first.
I can answer this.
Go ahead.
I want someone that will match my energy. I have this theory that we have people that are in group, which is like we operate in a space of like power. Like we know who we are. It's always been kind of easy for us. We've always been kind of the leaders and the alphas. And then you have a certain group of people that kind of like follow and tag along and support the main actors. I know it sounds bad, but like the main actors, I want another main actor. And it's been hard for me. I've been getting a lot of supporting like actors, but as a woman, like I want to be a little more submissive. Like I want a little more dominant, like man that's kind of secure within himself, you know? And then I'll be his supporting role, even though I'm a main character myself.
I would say that's a little bit harder. Like for instance, let's say you were a lawyer. Your idea of what a masculine man would have to be above you.
A lawyer, yeah.
Which is even above that, probably. Even top tier in his class and almost whatever it is. Because if you're at like a 10 of difficulty, he needs to be at like 11 or 12. Yeah. Just so he can help put you more on game. Teach me something I don't know. So I can be
inspired by him, right?
Yeah. Teach me something I don't know or whatever it is. And sometimes women that are, you know, a little bit more, I don't want to call you masculine, but a little bit more masculine, they would have it harder to find those men because their standards of what they want are so much higher.
Yes. Because now it's like I'm becoming the sugar daddy. Like, I'm like, okay, forget it. Like, I'm going to become the masculine role, like, take care of us. We about to have fun.
I mean,
you know?
As a woman, if I go back down to the research of older, like the vintage style, if you describe those women, they would be masculine too because they're out there being flappers.
What do you mean flappers? Like throwing the
prominent, decisive, very dominant in their decisions, right? There's a role making. We're nurturers, but at the end of the day, we're also decisive makers.
Spartans,
and we create our kings. And there's a moment where you say, okay, it's about retain and attain. But when we go deeper into it, the woman does make the king.
Yes.
And that's where the empire builds.
Yes.
Because we're willing to 100% listen to the man. We're willing to listen to the man, help him grow in his passion. And that takes one woman. Now, if you have your idea of just spending time with quality with different types of women, for sure, but you're going to get lost. You can only really control one. There's only one that will really listen to you and just understand, okay, this is the depth, right? Then there's going to be others who are going to just be there because they enjoy the monetary, the materialistic value of life.
Okay, so with that being said, who do you think's job it is to attain and retain in the relationship, a man or woman's?
So to attain the relationship, it would have to be the man.
To attain it, okay.
Yes.
And then so in the women's position, she needs to retain the man.
She needs to retain the man.
So in that circumstance, how would she, retain him, but she's making him? Like you said.
Okay, so a woman is a giver naturally.
Oh yeah, let's take a break real quick.
Yeah, I'm about to say, cut it off.
She got that SOS song.
I know. But
who's calling me right now?
Okay, to touch on what she's saying, like in ancient Greek times, there used to be women called Spartans. These are the most powerful women. They looked good, like